him upstairs into a secret attic that was full of toys and had a carousel in the middle of it. Cute, he thought. They lay on the floor, gazing longingly at each other. Alexia couldn't keep her hands off him, drawn by his magnetism. With every stroke of his chest, his purple glow grew stronger.
It's cool that you're in touch with nature, but there's living natural about you,
she said. I know, I'm a paradox. Nothing about me makes sense, he said, a smug tone in his voice.
I like that. Little things about me that don't make sense too. There's this thing with my brother, but I'll explain that another time.
Leave the past where it is. I have no interest in whatever you and your brother got up to. We have both committed terrible crimes, but needs must in this cruel, diseased world. Tonight is about us, the pleasure we can give each other. Tomorrow we can kill, or we might be killed.
Oh, Monsoon! You say the sweetest things. Can I ask you a question?
She giggled nervously and her cheeks heated up. Ask me anything your heart desires, my love.
Would you mind if I touched your dome?
Yes! He thought she would never ask. His smile widened as he took hold of her wrists and guided her to his primary watchman stone on his head. As soon as her palms touched him, he gave her a pleasurable electric jolt. She looked at him with eyes brimming with passion and lust and climbed onto his lap so she could get a better grip on his dome, circling her thumbs to massage him and gently stroking him with her fingertips. He felt so turned on that his purple neon glow intensified enough to light up the entire room, creating a romantic soft lighting effect. They shared a passionate kiss, adhering to their pasts when they were both human. Alexia ran her hands down his back and settled them on his sides, her curiosity spiking.
Can you show me?
She asked. Monsoon happily obliged to perform some of his tricks with Dystopia, teasingly twiddling her hair around.
How amusing!
She giggled, then asked enthusiastically,
Can I have a go?
Begrudgingly, Monsoon patted with one of his side, warning to be careful with it so she would not hurt herself or Dystopia. Alexia simply laughed and used her own powers to enchant it with fire, creating a beautiful improved weapon entwined with dancing purple flames. There was no doubt about it, Monsoon was falling in love. Definitely exquisite, he gasped. Alexia kissed him again. Monsoon kissed back while running his fingers through her hair and using his abilities to unbutton her dress. It was about time she showed him some of that beautiful virus-addled skin. He took charge, demonstrated how bossy and dominated he could be, and lay back on the floor to straddle her. He teased her, running his tongue along her neck and caressing her breast. Alexia moaned in ecstasy, enjoying the foreplay before he penetrated her. She lifted her leg up and lovingly rubbed her foot against the side of his head. For both of them, it felt like paradise. Monsoon felt her body heat up. Oh God, was she? Yes! She was starting to mutate. He gazed in fascination and euphoric wonder as her dress became engulfed in flames before his eyes, and her skin transformed into her true form. The sheer magnitude of his arousal was almost shameful. No cyborg could thrill him like this. It was like a dream come true. You are beautiful,
he whispered, so enthralled by her that he could barely speak. Alexia looked at him expectantly and commanded him,
Serve me, my sexy specimen.
Monsoon obeyed. He liked it that she was ordering him around. She was no pushover and fiery in more ways than one. He ran his tongue down the middle of her body, sucking and kissing as he went, while placing his hands on her breasts and giving her a warm, sensational vibration. His face between her thighs, he flopped his tongue out and prepared to feast. Only in his wildest fantasies had he done this. Never ever had he imagined that he would be doing it for real, with such a stunning and powerful bow. He was in heaven.
He flicked his tongue on her, enjoying her taste as she was pleased by him. She became wetter and wetter, drenching his face in the slime he craved so much. However, as his love muscle burrowed in deeper, he felt something nip him, so he looked down and saw an ant crawl out of her moist love pot. He leapt back, not because of the ant, that didn't bother him, but because he could feel something in his throat. No! Was he going to be sick again?
What's wrong, my sweet cyborg?
Alexia asked, sounding alarmed.
He spluttered, clamming his hand over his mouth, but it did nothing to contain the spoon that came out and splattered over her leg. Mortified, he apologized repeatedly, but all Alexia could do was smile seductively. Did she actually like it? Surely no species could get turned on by being vomited on. He looked down and, to his surprise, saw that he had thrown up another weevil, only this time it was made of metal, giving off the same purple magnetic aura that he was. He watched, stunned, as it scurried up her inner thighs and entered her. She let out a cry of pleasure.
Oh, Monsoon! That feels so good!
Do you like it?
He asked.
Yes!
She squealed. He grinned at her, making out that he meant to do it.
She sat up and began caressing his dome with her tentacle, exciting him greatly. It wouldn't be long before he climaxed. Alexia sensed this and intensified her actions, pressing her body against his, savouring the gentle hum and vibration he gave her. It was hard to know who was getting the most pleasure. Monsoon guided her to the sweet spot on his dome as their lips locked together again. The sensation of his scales against his head was pure paradise that aroused him enough to reveal his ultimate weapon. The discreet hatch between his legs opened to reveal a large chasm as impressive as the Grand Canyon, but an almighty snake that filled it reared its head and stood to attention upon gazing at Alexia.
Oh, it's so big!
She blushed. Monsoon gave her a cheeky smile and slipped his almighty cock inside her soaking love hole that was so hungry for him. She lay on her back, granting him easier access as he proceeded to thrust deep and hard, extending himself to hit her G-spot. She ecstatically screamed his name, igniting his ego. Being a gentleman, he waited further until he felt her twitching and soaking his cock with orgasm before he even contemplated shooting his load. Just as he felt himself heat up and knowing he could not contain himself, he pulled out, moaning and unleashing oil all over her, then fell to pieces in euphoria.
Oh, Monsoon!
Alexia sighed dreamily as she lay down beside his disassembled parts.
That was amazing! I think I'm in love with you!
Monsoon tenderly stroked her hair with his detached hand, feeling so relaxed in her company that he didn't quite need to put himself back together.
I
love you too, my queen.
He leaned in for a kiss, but this beautiful moment was shattered by a loud hammering on the door. A distinct growl could be heard with the undisputed echo of Desperado!
I do.